channel. I'm sorry about that last video. That guy doesn't know when to shut up for once. And I'm here with Sharky. He's right here. He's just... I gotta tell you, I have too many friends like that. Freaking annoys me. Anyway, hey, we hit 250. Woo! Got that 250 mark, my dudes. Yay. Alright, so I guess for now, I'll find something else to do. I'm just building to relax myself because, man, like, my heart could not handle that, it seemed. Oh my god. Yeah, I know it's Black Ops. Anyway, so I don't know what I could build. I don't want to build anything Minecraft related because we're in Minecraft, you know, we're Minecraft pixel art anyway. Let me see, hang on, oh yeah, I forgot, sorry, here you go. And let me give you moderator. But only because I know you don't abuse that power. What could I build? I don't know what I could build. Let's see. What is Eve doing? Oh. Ooh. What? What in the world? Are you building a Rubik's Cube? No, what are you building? Actually, I should start building a Rubik's Cube. I want to build a Rubik's. Let's see, so... I need, what is it, black? There's blue, isn't there? There's blue, red... I think there was yellow. Dude, what colors were in a Rubik's? It's like blue, red... I think it had blue. What is it? Orange, green... Okay, is that it? So I have black, blue, red, white, orange, and green. Purple, pink... Is that all of it? I just wanted a 4x4, isn't it? And then I already have white, dude. Wait, I don't think these two were in there. Those two weren't in there, and you chose lime. So it's green. Okay, let me try this. Let's see, so... Undertale, right? Sorry. Nice. Oh, hi guys, hang on. I got you, hang on, Undertale, let me find you, and then and the only reason I'm inviting you is because I'm annoyed with everybody else right now, except for Sharky, because he's the only person that actually knows that I hate people. If you guys didn't know this, people who annoy the crap out of me like he was doing, I honestly never want to talk to. Because those people are people that I really just want to knock across the head. It's so annoying. Oh, it's annoying me more than anything. Especially because half my friends can't shut up when I tell them, okay, you need to either stop talking or I'm going to kick you. Either way, they never stop talking and I have to kick them from the party. And then I get angry messages saying that, oh, why'd you kick me? I don't know why you kicked me. You don't have a reason to kick me. Yes, I do. I have a very obvious reason to kick you if I kicked you. And that's normally how I have to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Undertale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, let me invite you as well to the game. What happened to the server? It's still a thing. I don't want to go on it right now. I'm honestly not in a good mood, I tell ya. If you want, Mr. Zombie Killer, I can invite you, but I'm not in a very happy mood at this point in time. So I just haven't been myself, I guess. I'm gonna try and make this an actual cube, which means I probably... So it's a 4x4 block. 1, 2, 3, 4 should be good, and that'll be a cube. I want to see if I can make a livable Rubik's Cube, like I can live in it. That'd be really fun. I'll probably do that with this one. Like, I've been playing a lot of games. I've just been annoyed with how many times I have to yell at somebody to shut up. It's getting annoying, and I'm beginning to just frickin' ready to just RKO someone. Not in a very happy mood, so it's like... I tell you, it's getting worse for me. I'm completely fine, but my mom always assumes that I don't talk to her when I never answer my phone. She literally had that assumption this week. Like, I just got my phone to start charging. She instantly assumes, do you just not talk to me anymore? And I instantly was like, do you really have that assumption every time? My phone was dead this entire weekend. How do you expect me to communicate with you with a dead phone? She's like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't get that message until only today. And then I looked at least 3 times and it still had it. Every time. Like, I don't answer my phone because my phone's dead. I don't answer my phone because I'm not in a good mood. And she always assumes that, oh, you need to be back on your medication. Do I really, considering that that was more of a hassle than to just get up in the morning and have caffeine? Trust me, it's not any better. Because that means I have to wake up earlier, and I have to be more in a rush. Because I wake up late, I have a late morning, and then as soon as I do that, then I have to run to school. Because I have to take my dad's car to school, because he's the only person that has a car. So my mom is working at home, I'm sitting here annoyed, and my phone is dead, and the only phone I have right now is one that I can't even text with. How in the world do you expect me to type to someone if I literally can't? Honestly, it's just so irritating to listen to your mother yell at you because you didn't answer her on the phone that was dead. And you have to say it more than once for her to understand, oh, his phone is dead. Let me try calling him another day or find out what's going on. No, she instantly assumes, why didn't you answer your phone? Do you just not talk to me anymore? Really? Which is why I don't like my mom as much anymore. She's annoyed me so much and irritates me all the time. How much more do I need to take before I literally just throw myself into a pit? And believe me, it's not the first time that I've been in a pit. Been a pit full of thorns. I've been through everything. I tell you, I've been freaking kicked in the gut. I've been kicked in the nuts. I'd say that throwing myself into a ditch full of thorns is nothing. But if you get hit with your own stuff, that becomes torture. Now, listening to your mom have to argue about, oh, that you didn't text her or something like that had to happen. No, you just need to stay out of my life at that point. I tell you, she's been getting more annoying every time. Which is why I try to avoid that house so much. It's because they don't seem to think, you know, I have social life, you know, on Xbox. Because that has my gaming accounts, like my GTA, my freaking Roblox. No, they don't think about that. They just say, oh, you don't need it because you're never here. They legit turn it off and make sure that I can never do it again. And since I'm rarely there, I can't do anything. So every time that I'm over there, I have to say, please let me have my games. But they never allowed me to play the PlayStation. So now I can't play in the morning like I would want to. So I sit in the mornings bored. How do I stop a video from being age restricted when it's requested from an uploader? I don't know. I honestly don't know at this point. I'm just triggered. I don't know what else anymore. My life has literally been just torturing me slowly. I literally have been dying internally. I've been having like so many headaches and just so many issues at school that's beginning to annoy me more than anybody. Yeah, I'm young, and that I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I wouldn't know how to fix it. But right at this point, guys, you know, people say I shouldn't be talking about my life. Well, honestly, it's better to know beforehand, so in case, you know, I need a break, I could just say I need a break, and I'm not going to explain why, because I've said it before. I am telling you, every time I'm in a party, someone always is just garbage and just blames me, like, oh, it's your fault that, you know, I suck, or something like that. It always happens to me. Always. And honestly, I'm getting fed up with it. I'm ready to just give up on YouTube. And I'm not lying. I'm ready to just quit YouTube. I'm beginning to be so freaking triggered. Yeah, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just really wish the world would, know when to shut up for once in the world. Because how many times do you listen to the news and listen that, oh, someone has been shot and murdered or something, during your midday. And of course, it may be someone you know. So you begin to feel fear. Sometimes you begin to feel anxiety. Yeah, no one ever thinks about that. Because every time that someone says, oh, your life is not as hard, is it really, considering that you've never been in a car accident where literally your hood was at a 90-degree angle? Because I've been in that, and believe me, some people are like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I was in one. I was like, congratulations, you're a part of a person who has horrible anxiety. Guess how I know? And some people say my life is not as hard as others. Well, I can see why you say that, but when it gets to the point of anxiety, you really need to think about what you're talking about. Because believe me, my anxiety has been off the charts lately. Because first there was a student standing outside in a hoodie, freaking wearing a hoodie and a backpack. And then it went into lockdown shortly after. Horrible anxiety was about to happen, but luckily I managed to keep my mind insane. But I did arm myself with freaking keys. Keys and a pencil. So, next time you say, someone you hear says, oh, my life is not as hard as this person's, you better tell them they better think again. Because I can tell you for a fact that I could think of at least 2 people who have had worse lives. Ever. Like, throughout history, you could read books that have that. Think about, let's say, when freaking Germany was, let's see, there was a book that I read called The Kelpfish Code. Yeah, that book is horrible. This girl had to be a secret agent, basically, for their government. Come look. I will. Just give me a while. But I'm dead serious. You need to think harder, because freaking Anne Frank was killed in the Holocaust. Holocaust? Well, no, because I see so many people actually yell at me because I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, do I really not know what I'm talking about if I'm saying it? Some people say I don't make sense. Some people I don't actually know what I'm talking about. Yeah, half the time people are like that. And if they thought how many times I just want to slap them so hard across the face that they actually break, or that they try and hit me back, believe me, there are so many people that I want to deck in this year. There has been so many issues that I've had with people this year. There was actually people who threatened to hit me, and I've actually told them, if you want to take that swing, go ahead. You'll be going to jail. And they're like, it's not the first time I've been in court. I'm like, you won't be in court, you'll be in jail. And sometimes I'll listen to people say, oh, you can't go, I could hit you right now. And I'm like, no, you can't, you will go to jail. And they're like, no, you won't. Have you not known that you get a charge as an adult in high school for hitting someone? Assault. Oh, it's pretty. He's pretty, it's YouTube. But seriously, how many times do you listen to somebody say they're better than you at his thing, but really they're nowhere near better? People say that they have the same anxietal areas as you have, but they don't. How many times do you have to listen to somebody say, oh, I have the worst anxiety in the world, when they don't know jack about anxiety, if they have never experienced it? They're like, oh, I have anxiety, give me medication. No, that's not how that works. Anxiety, if you have anxiety, you sit down, relax, and make sure you're fine. I've already seen it, dude. I'm telling you, there are so many people who are like, oh, I've seen people get shot. Well, I've heard people get shot. I've heard things that I really shouldn't have heard, including abusive things. Come read. Hang on. I tell you, it's almost impossible to have a sane mind. I know, dude. But usually I try and keep myself as sane as possible, but when my phone dies and that has all my, my games and all my conversations with friends, and my phone can't charge because my charger has been stolen 3 times this year. And what's even funny is I've been stolen from at least 3 times, but they always thought it was me. Like, let's say, the time that I lost my backpack, apparently no one took it. I found that such bullcrap, because I went into one class, knowing I did not leave it in there because I walked out of that room with the bag. Someone said, "You must have just left it here." The frick I did. You know what's unfortunate? One of my friends almost did suicide. I don't know what for. He just wanted to do suicide, I guess. Sometimes I gotta try and keep a sane mind in a world that literally hates everyone. So nowadays, I just literally hate everybody because I don't like talking to people. The only people I really like to talk to are people who actually understand the pain of a world who can't frickin' shut up. I tell you, how many times do I listen in a day that people can't shut up? Sometimes I even want to hit them because they're so freaking idiotic. Like, when people started saying Trump was the best president, I instantly was like, okay, you know what, you're the worst person. And then when our school decided to make us do a quote-unquote voting kind of thing, I sat there and I went anonymous. Because I didn't want either of them. Because freaking Hillary Clinton was a stupid person. Donald Trump is obviously stupid considering he's in the House and can't shut up either. I don't hate a lot of presidents. I hate everybody. People who have the so-called good ideas but don't use them right, or they say, "Oh, this is gonna be the best idea ever." Think about Trump. He went to, "You need to stop. I will bomb you," or something like that with North Korea. Yeah, guess how that almost ended? World War III, baby. That means all of us would have probably been dead. We wouldn't live to be a good people. We'd probably be like literally freaking. What was that movie called? Freaking What's that movie called? I can't remember. Dude, I tell you, I have so many idiocy in my life that I can't stand it anymore. I am beginning to lose sanity slowly. How many times have you heard me in the past week say I want to die internally? Well, I'm already successfully doing that. Thanks to how many idiots I deal with one day. I get home, I feel happy. But by the time I'm online and I get invites before I even get into a game that I'm not on, oh my god. Like, how many times do I have to say, if I'm not in a game, don't ever invite me? And how many times do you have to be invited to a party for them to leave you the frick alone? I tell you, I can't ever get peace. Ever. I try and have a calm mind state. It never works. Honestly, I'm just beginning to lose faith in humanity like it is literally nothing. And I guess humanity is nothing, considering that no one can keep a sane attitude. Yeah, exactly. You have to deal with group chats. You have to deal with people who invite you to a party, to a game you don't even play, or don't even have, and they're just like, okay, well, bye, and kick you from the party before you can even say, I'm planning on getting it. How many times do you have a friend that just can't shut their face for once? Oh my god. I tell you, I have at least 10 friends who can't shut up in the past 5 minutes. I'm offline, they're inviting me, Jake, hey, come on, dude, get on this, get on that. I don't want to. And they end up getting mad at me because I don't want to play a game that I've been playing for the past 2 hours. Believe me, I hate people. And I have more than one reason why. And when it's like, you really don't hate people, you just dislike them. No, I hate people. You just can't see that considering of how many times you don't know. Because I tell you, before I even am home, I'm already triggered. I will never do that to you. Yeah, but here's the thing. I have so many people who would say that. So many people who say they will never annoy me again. Well, where did that go on to? When did, I have trust in these people? Can I even still have trust? Can I still trust a loving person? I feel as if no, because I can't keep my sanity for at least 5 minutes in a party. I believe in so many people, but when it gets to a point where I can't keep my sanity, I don't need to be existent. Like right now, my mind is just all over the place. I have to try and make sure that I don't lose sanity anymore. I have to make sure that I don't have these issues with my sisters or even my mom, because my mom seems to think calling the cops on somebody with issues that, you know, are kind of hard to understand, especially she can't understand them. Yeah, no. I honestly, the first time that I heard she was lying to me for every single year about my dad, about him being abusive, about him being an alcoholic, and that he wouldn't pay her to feed us, and he had the receipts. That's hard to take in. And every day I want to confront her about it, but I'm not going to. Because that might end in me going to jail. And I'm going to tell her, I blame you every year. At this point, I can't keep sanity in that house. Because they don't keep their sanity. Every time I try and play with my sibling, oh, look out, you're, like, I get yelled at for trying to play with my siblings, and they're like, stop, you're gonna hurt her or him. And I'm like, do you really think I would hurt one of my brothers and siblings on purpose? And they absolutely go to the more logical answer of yes. And they say it's logical. Is it really, considering that I actually care for another living being? Yeah, that may annoy me, but it's not like I'd put a knife to their throat. Literally, I can't have 5 moments alone without them being on my tail, calling me, or telling me to do something that's completely pointless. How many times do I have to sit here and listen to this torture before I just lose faith in everybody, before I have to confront her, before I lose my sanity in total? I'm telling you, it's getting harder for me, guys. I'm trying to keep this as sane as possible, but it's so hard when your parents can't even shut up to you. They're like, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. But you did absolutely none of those things wrong. They tell you to do something that you've already done once, and, you know, they act as if it's a joke, that you suck, or that you have a hard time. No, I'm beginning to lose faith in humanity in general. It's not just you, it's in humanity in general. Like, honestly, I can't keep a straight face anymore. Some days I'll be on PlayStation, and when I'm really quiet, it's because I'm frustrated. It's because I can't keep my sanity as much. I'm beginning to lose my mind, it seems. I can't keep the sanity as it is. My heart is going to explode. I'm going to have a heart attack before I even turn 20. Thank you. But honestly, there's so much that people do to me that annoy me and just torture me because of that. And every day that happens, I die slowly. Every day. There's always one thing that I can't keep. And that's my sanity. Somebody decides to start coming up at me, tell me I know nothing about something. And I'm like, really? Considering the person who can't even explain a good reason. And I'm dead serious. Because my thing is, I can actually prove a point. Like, I could say Fortnite is better than Call of Duty. I could tell you why. I could tell you Call of Duty is actually not better than Fortnite. Or I could tell you Call of Duty is better than Fortnite. Guess how? I actually have reasoning. Because in Fortnite, you could go into a bush and just look around in third person. In Call of Duty, you don't have that. And everyone's like, oh, Call of Duty is so much better. I'm like, no, it isn't. I mean, people say Fortnite is better. I'm like, no, it isn't, dude. Some people say, I know nothing about a game. Considering that I've been around since 2002. So, considering that my age against a 3-year-old's mind kind of makes me think that they absolutely know nothing. And how many times do you listen to me yell at somebody who's an idiot? No, because here's the thing. My sanity has been wearing thin lately. I have been slowly dying. Internally. I am beginning to feel suffering in the air right now. From what I know about Trump is just beginning to just make me want to kill him. There are so many people that I wish I could just put out of their misery because of their stupidity. So, the level, like, my level of stupidity is like 1 to 500. Now, I get about 2 people or 3 people a day who walk up to me and say 500 instantly. They're like, you don't know nothing about games. I'm like, okay, here's the thing. I've been around since 2002. Can you explain what the first game of the, that was a physical TV screen game was? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, I guess what? I can. But they list something like Super Mario Bros. I'm like, are you that stupid and pathetic? It was definitely not Super Mario Bros. Freaking original game of, like, the first game that was able to be played on TV, which was a 2-player or single-player game, I believe, was freaking Pong. And people are like, that's not a game. Look it up. I am dead serious of how many people I have to yell at to tell them I know way more than you do about this. Yet how many of those people actually know what I'm talking about? 0.5% of them. No one understands that if you've been around since 2002, you basically know what life is. You know the definition of pain. You know the definition of heartbreak. No, I'm fine. I'm just saying, if people want to be an idiot, I'll let them be an idiot. But I'm telling you, this is how many times. Is that the game where with the ball and you hit the blocks with it? Yeah, it's like here. Let me see if I can give you a resemblance. I'm pretty sure I could do it. I'm gonna do it in concrete. Actually, that should be a thing I do here. Let me show you. So it's a little bit unusual, but this is the first gaming system that you could have, and it was like a tiny thing that you'd plug into your TV. So basically, like the the arcade games that you can get, and they're like you plug them into your TV and everything. Yeah, it's basically that. So what you're doing is basically you have 2 lines and a goal. You can't let them pass the line behind yours, or they can't let them get past you. Let me show you. Yeah, I played it too. I played it because I actually have an age. And then I listen to people who say, oh, I know every good music genre. So do you know frickin' Blink 182? Do you know frickin' Gorillaz? And they're just like, what? And I'm like, you guys don't know music. And I sit here and suffer because I have to listen to so many people just argue of how better their game is. Let me tell you, so many people actually come to the game and ask me to buy things, and I'm like, no. And they're like, okay, well, buy. And they unadd me because I don't buy something that they told me to buy when I have no money. Guess how I know I don't want to pay for something that's so stupid? Like, literally. Yeah, you know every Call of Duty, but that's because I actually played Call of Duty on PS3. I played PS3 Call of Duty. I've played freaking Xbox One, 360 Call of Duty. I played a lot of Call of Duties. It's no difference to me. But then when my stepdad came along, things got a lot harder on me. Guess how I know? Because my stepdad began to be irritable every day after work. Literally, I'd get home or something, he'd be irritated. He'd be so mad that if I said, can I go play a game or can I use this game, he'd say no in the rudest tone possible. Which was one reason why I don't like my stepdad. Another reason is because I play with my siblings, he instantly assumes I'm gonna hurt them. So I get mad, and he gets more mad because I'm upset that I can't play with my siblings. If you want us to have a healthy relationship, you let us play. We get hurt, we get hurt. Oh my god, and I have to listen to it every freaking day. Like, it's almost torture to me. So, let me see. Hi. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like my stepfather at all. Because he's stupid. He's like, oh, I'm so much older than you and I'm so much wiser than you. Are you really, considering that you freaking are a moron? Like, all he does is when I get home, like, if I'm there, he's always playing games. No joke, he's always on the Xbox One that he has. I'm just irritated because I deal with so many people in one day that I actually just have to I just physically have to hold myself back from slapping them. Like, so hard. Honestly, I want to hit somebody so bad recently, but I can't because I'd get charged with assault. And then I have to listen to my mom complain when I don't have my phone charged. And every day it gets worse. Every time I'm beginning to lose faith in humanity. I'm beginning to lose my sanity. I am slowly getting crippled. And the more my mind honestly loses, it's beginning to hurt. Because every day that I'm alive, I have to listen to it. Every day. I can't get one day of sanity. Ever. So I literally am just losing faith in my world. There you go. Like, my resemblance of Pong, it's not very likely. Hang on, that's supposed to be points. I've already screwed it up. I'm telling you, I really am just, I don't like people anymore. I honestly want to give up on what I'm doing today. Like, if you were to look at a picture of me right now, you could see my mind has been elsewhere ever since that day. I cannot keep my sanity for one moment. Not even enough to keep my mind in a good state. No, I can't keep it. Like, honestly. Like, I wish I could fix that. I wish there was something more that I could do to keep myself sane, but there's really nothing I could do right at this point. No, it's getting ridiculous. Like, every day I have to suffer, it seems. I tried using a therapist. Because here's the thing, I used to have anger issues. My mom would be the person that called that cops, and then eventually I began to lose sanity see, here's the thing, I was so close to my mom until I found out she's lied to me about my dad for years on end. That was the day that I just lost faith. Now, if you were to look me in the eyes with 100% seriousness, you would see that I'm dying eternally. Like, it's just torturing me more to listen to my mom complain than it does to me even be here. Because I tell you, every day that I live, I feel worse. I feel like I'm dying slowly, in the most painful way possible. And every day, it just, like, comparison to this is literally just digging myself a grave. I'm digging myself a deeper and deeper grave until a point where I'm just completely encased and my body no longer exists. Like, every day, it's getting harder. Especially to listen to the stupidity that I have in this world. Some people just don't understand that, you know, having a life is hard in general. Being able to stay alive is hard. And how many times have you heard me say, my friend wanted to do suicide? Now it's become several of my friends. Like, I have a friend he can't even talk to me anymore. Because she literally hates my guts. Because I tried to save her. Because she literally said, I want to do suicide. I want to do drugs. And that's when I stopped it right there. I literally said, okay, ever say that again and I'm going to a counselor. And they're like, they already know. To a point where I had to go to a teacher. And they pulled me mid-class to find out what was going on. Because she can't talk to me. I'm literally losing my sanity so fast. Like, honestly, it's just like being encased in poison and lava. And it hurts. It hurts so much that I can't keep my sanity anymore. It's getting hard for me. Like, my life has just been so painful lately, like, every time I hear the word suicide, that's what gets me. Is hearing that word. Because I had a friend who tried doing suicide and got the help he needed. I've had friends who were cutters. I've had so many things that have scared me in my life, but it's so hard. Yeah, but very few. Half my friends in this world are just complete old douchebags, and like, here's the thing, in real life, I have, like, no friends. There's so many very little friends that I have, and it's just, like, I really wish I had more. Like, I want to be a happy person. I want to be a good person, and I try and be that good person. I try to be the happy person, but I can't keep my sanity anymore. I'm sick of just listening to how many times I hear a person cry and I can't do anything. And sometimes I try and comfort a person. Sometimes, but it's not as easy as you think. Like, usually I try to be the big heart person, but it's so hard. when you hear so much hate. You've been bullied since freaking elementary all the way to high school. And I tell you, that's not even the worst of it. When I was out in Ellicott, every day, there was one person that would torture me. And I had two friends, and I had a good friend. I haven't talked to him in years. I haven't talked to any of them in years, and they've all moved away. Yeah, every time that I look at something, I can't keep my sanity. But here's why I say I hate the word suicide. Because my grandma, I was there to say goodbye when she died. That's just hard to know. It's just to know that you were there to say goodbye to your grandma when she was dying. Like, there's so much that you could do wrong in life, but oh my god, when you have to be tortured day by day, it hurts. I wish I could. I really wish. Every day, like, I feel fine every, months, but by the time it gets to a point where that pressure has been so high inside my body, it comes out like it's just a freaking exploding cola or something. I don't know. But when I look at my own life, I stare into my own soul. I draw to keep my sanity a thing. When has that ever worked? And I try and do things to distract my life from that, but it's so hard to just keep your sanity for one day. Especially for how many people you have to deal with in one day. In high school, it's so much harder, especially if you don't get good grades, and you have to get a C. That was me right now. I have to get passing grades in 3 of my classes. It's not bullying and suicide, it's both. They're both an issue in this world. And, you know, sometimes I look at people and I see something's wrong with them. I just wish, like, I could fix what this world was, like, have it so where it's good, so it's fine, and so I could actually keep sanity, instead of having to listen to every single stupid person in the world. Because by God, if you listen, like, if you've seen how many people I listen to in a day just be stupid, or threaten people because they think they're overall the best, when has that ever worked? When has that ever been an answer? Is to say, I'm better than you, and you're just a pathetic person. Which is why, like, half the time, I wish I could stop. Why I wish I could be a normal person. Why I could not be a person who seems to be, like, one of the worst people in the world. That has never been possible. Ever. It's beginning to drive me nuts. This world has just been basically a living hell, and I can't fix that. No one can. Especially for the president who almost started World War III. I know, there's so much that's happened recently. Like, first, you know, before then, we've been on high alert. We've had cops and security everywhere, because there were threats of school shootings after the Californian one. After that, we had serious lockdown issues. Sometimes we were even in serious lockdown where we had to sit down in a room and stay quiet. Honestly, I want to keep my sanity for at least a week. Not even more. I wanted to keep it for a whole year, but man, where'd that go? And I tell you, having 3 siblings, 2 families who can't even shut up about each other, especially my mom and my stepdad, they're fine together. But when they talk about these parents that I live here with, there's no such thing as kindness. There's no such thing as pure heart. There's no such thing as anything. And here's the thing, my mom has lied to me all my life. And I wanted to confront her so bad about it, and I'm honestly losing it. Because every day that I think about it, I keep saying, please stop. Like, and I agree, so it sounds like I have to be that way. But no, it's beginning to make me an unsteady person. I'm feeling unstable always now. Like, I wish I could have a stable mind from now on. No, because I can't confront her. Because for how I am right now, it's going to be so hard that she will call the cops. It's not the first time she said that. She has said that several times, and every time there's been 2 rehabilitation areas that I've been to. They did nothing for me. So sometimes I think to myself, do I even have a good mother? Do I even like her anymore? And here's the thing, I was closer to her than I was anybody. But when it came to the point where I found out she had lied to me for years on end, I gave up. I felt like it wasn't worth that. So now I live here, and I honestly want to stay here forever at this point. Because this hurts my heart so much more than she says it hurts hers. She's like, it hurts so much to see you like this. If it did, you wouldn't have lied to me for so long. She is, and I have 2 of them. This one's fine, but when it comes to that one, honestly, it makes me die internally, because I literally do nothing wrong, and I'm always the blame one, because I'm the oldest. Legit, my sister leaves a cup out of milk, like a cup of milk out. But it hurts me so much more to see people suffer than it has to see me. And there's so many times that I've said I would take a bullet for someone, even if it was someone I didn't know. If they had a life to live, I would take that bullet. And I really would have. If it weren't for my sanity, I wouldn't have risked my life for so many people. I wouldn't have been smart. But every day I listen to it. And that breaks me down. It's literally just like putting freaking, like a sugar cube in something hot. Literally it melts away so fast. And that's me every single day of my life. I'm a very large cube of sugar, but when it becomes to the point where I get heated, that sanity begins to break down and I turn smaller and smaller to the point where my heart is just a cube. A very small cube, not even a cube, probably a sphere. At this point, I have a headache. Because that's how bad it is. My sanity has been so low these past couple days. So it's just annoying me more than ever. Because I have to listen to the torturous things that I hear daily. Especially because the person that was in that hospital, I have no idea if he's alive or dead. I actually don't. That person is actually dying, probably. He was shot in the head or something. I don't know. They said it was some kind of freak accident, and they claimed him dead. So many of my friends were devastated, and I was a part of that. I was a part of the devastated people. I tried comforting as many people as I could, but, well, that didn't work. Especially since one of my friends is like one of the people who hate me because I try to save their own freaking butts. Now I would talk to my parents more about this, but honestly I wouldn't want to call my mom at all. I would text her saying I would like to talk to you one day, but I don't want to. Because she can't even keep her sanity. She brings me into the stupidest things that I shouldn't be involved in. Literally, my stepdad can't have anybody to talk. My stepdad doesn't like when women cry. Or when men cry. But every time I'm over there, I suffer so much. Like, honestly, my mental state is just breaking slowly and just being crushed into small, pathetic dust. That's where my sanity is going right now. for every time that I have to listen to some idiot in the internet or someone in general, I don't ever want to talk to them. Because I have to yell at them to shut up and just do your research, but they say they did their research, but then I look it up and they show that wrong. I could prove so many things wrong about everybody's opinion, but it's so hard. Hi. Anyway, I'm sorry guys that had to come out. It's just, like I said, there's a lot of pressure building lately. Thank you, Sharky. You're a good friend, Sharky. I've tried several things. I have a case manager in school, and oh my god, can people not? Yeah, there's too many people that I listen to, and she's technically a counselor, but she's not going to be here next year. A lot of my teachers aren't going to be here next year, and oh my god, it's just... It's weird to think that a lot of people that you got attached to have to go. And this is normally why I listen to Linkin Park, because apparently he was presumed as suicidal. It's okay. It's just a rough week, month, whatever it's been. This is the main reason why I listen to music, is because it keeps my sanity low. I mean, it keeps it at that mellow state where I can actually keep calm and continue being the way I am. A happy person, but where'd that go? I mean, I do so much for a world, and I can only do so much. It's almost impossible to do more. Like, honestly, if I looked into my own soul, it'd be burning. Burning with a lot of hatred, because I listen to so much idiocy. Because I listen to so many people have stupid opinions that obviously are stupid enough to know that they're wrong. But they don't admit that. So, that was just something I like to say. Just, for people who like to talk crap about other people, think about what you say. Because this is what it does to people. It breaks them down like a piece of sugar in hot water or coffee. Yeah, I could see why. Apparently my mom has lied to me for so long, though, that it's just annoying to listen to her. Every day I listen to it. It's just... It breaks me down, and sometimes I try and keep myself calm and just say, c'est la vie, but when has that ever been possible? So soon your sanity is literally on the thinnest line you have. Honestly, I try and play Call of Duty just to calm down, so I might just go do that, solos or something. Because I really just can't take anymore. I'm just losing it greatly. I mean, I could go play World War II, but I just don't know if I really have the sanity still. I'm a little bit okay. I'm still a little bit, like, shaky, but... Did you know talking to strangers can work? I know a lot of things could work. There's more than that you could do, though. Some people say journalism does that, but I don't do journals. I usually don't even write. Alright. I'm probably gonna grab something to eat. Because saying a lot of that was taking a lot out of me. I'll do a mix of World War II and Black Ops 3. Okay, I don't even read. Oh, I read. There's one thing, though, that I'd like to read, though, right now. Thank you, Mr. Spicy Xbox. Yeah. So, like I said, there's just so much more that you could do to try and keep sanity, but it only goes so far. I mean, reading usually helps, but, you know, when I used to read, it was like Walking Dead and stuff like that, and then I started playing games as well. Call of Duty was there. I always put on bots or something. At this point, I would like to play The Last of Us, because that had the saddest storyline, or, you know, even Infinite Warfare would be sad enough to make me cry. Because I remember in the end of that game, oh my god. The ending to that game was just devastating, especially because you would get attached to so many of those characters. I think I'm gonna go play something else for a little bit. I need to get my mind off this.